I tried to film a video last week, and for whatever reason it stalled at like 17 or 18% when I tried to upload it. I don't know. I figured I'd just start over new. Anyway, it's been long enough, right? So we're gonna start over new. Kind of. I know I've bought stuff since the last video, but I don't know what I bought. So we're just gonna pretend like I haven't bought anything extra, right? So first thing, let me move that out of the way, is a finish. And actually, I'll start with these because I showed one of them on Instagram. I'm trying to learn how to make pouches. I got a sewing machine from my grandma, and then because I was afraid of it breaking and not having replacement parts, I went and got a machine of my own, so that way I can cherish and whatever the older machine. It's a 1967 Singer in a cabinet. One of these days I'll show it to you. The machine I went and bought is a Husqvarna Viking Jade 20. My Joann's has a Viking sewing gallery inside, and they had some deal or special promotion or something when I went, so I got that. My first attempt since getting the sewing machines was this one. I did it on my grandmother's machine. Not bad, not good though. You're not going to be able to see it, but my thread tension was off, so you can see little tiny loops. The top stitching along the zipper, horrendous. And then when I made it, I didn't encase the seams or anything, so, but I mean, it was my first ever bag that I made. Then my second bag, oh, and I tried to box the corners, but I did it wrong, so it kind of looks like a Y down here, kind of like a grocery sack. Then I made this one. It's like a fake quilted, I mean it's a real quilt, kind of. Each of the pieces, each of these squares were sewn together, sewn to a piece of batting, and then I did just a line of top stitching on that, and then a solid interior fabric. And again with this one, left all the raw edges. But by this point I had learned the trick of doing the fabric stops, so I tried to do that and wasn't exactly successful, and thought I was going to do the box corner. Ended up making kind of this rounded, squared off kind of like weird shape, but I actually kind of like that shape. So that was the second one. Then my third one, which you guys will have seen on Instagram, was this one. Did the fabric zipper stops a little more successfully. The bag's a little wonky and like weird shaped, but this was my best attempt yet. All of the seams are encased, even along the zipper. And then I did just a little quilting. You probably can't see that. Oh, there you go. Might be able to see it here. Where I did a couple of lines of quilting there. So that was bag attempt 3. Another finish. This one is, I'll wait on that one. Something that I just finished, and if you follow me on Instagram you will have seen, but I finished this quilt Don't know how much I can get in the frame. But this quilt for my nephew. It's very cute. It's utilizing a quilt-as-you-go kind of method. And like each of these diamond shapes in the center, or square shapes that look like diamonds because that's how they're oriented, is made up of 4 blocks. So there's that. And then I really loved, it was like a tie-dye blue green fabric that I chose for the binding, and then just a elephant blue and white backing. And then when I sewed the binding on, I sewed it with a single row of top stitching after I stitched it to the back, and then I folded over, did a single row of top stitching, and then my machine has these star decorative stitches, so I did that all the way around. Now I need to wash it and dry it and put it away so I can give it to him on his birthday this month. So there we go. Yeah, it was a quilt-as-you-go, so I made the blocks, quilted them, and then, well, as I pieced the pieces together, I quilted them. Then sewed all the rows, all the blocks and everything together. Then I used pens to baste. So I used like curved safety pens to baste the top to the bottom, the backing fabric. And then I did just a simple quilting on the gray, just 2 stitches on either side. Or 2 rows rather of stitches on all the gray. Then finished cross stitch is my Quaker to Halloween. So there's that. My changes was the ghost was supposed to be in white. I did it in a number 2, I believe, DMC, so it's kind of like a gray. The moon I did in one of my Victorian motto sampler shop threads. And then the crossbones and the candles and the candelabra I did in white. And then those crossbones I did in white. And then the skull I did in the same number 2. So there's that. Then for whips, we're just gonna move right along, right? So for whips, this is my just cross stitch. Ooh. Oh, it's a mess here, isn't it? All these threads everywhere. So this is, ooh, I'm just a mess today. This is from Just Cross Stitch, February 2018. My magazine looks a little funky. And it's this pattern, small winter sampler. The only change I made is the white, which you can hardly see on their sample. The white threads I changed to a blue DMC with a Krennic silver blending filament. The blue DMC is a 3890, and then the silver, yeah, just silver blending filament from Krennic. So here is my progress. I'm not taking it out of the hoop, so I apologize. Everything is done except finishing this bottom border, the deer, and a couple of more snowflakes, and then my name in the center. The other thing that I think I'm going to leave out, because I kind of like it without, is inside of these little flower kind of things. It was supposed to be stitched in white. I don't think I want to do that, and I don't think I want to stitch it in blue. So as of right now, I think I'm going to leave them. If I change my mind, I'll change my mind and stitch them in blue. I don't think I'll stitch them in white. But that's where I'm at. So close to a finish. So I should just buckle up and get it done, right? So there's that. I have not touched my 5-season quilts sampler. So I apologize to Darlene, Lori, and Kate. I know Lori finished hers. But yeah, I just haven't touched them. Had some yarn in there because I was making a sweater. I sold another baby sweater. So now I gotta get that shipped off. It's washed and pressed, and, or not pressed, washed and dried. Next one that I've been working on is my Woodland Creature Baby Sampler, which was a kit that I bought from Hobby Lobby. It's the Dimensions kit. So there's that. Ooh! That was fun. As you guys may remember, I'm not using the fabric or the threads that came in the kit. Instead, I purchased my own fabric and my own threads. So that's what it'll look like. I need to get that done because Lord knows he's almost won. So there's that. And here is where I'm at on this one. So I'm not taking it out of the hoop again, but I got this whole side done, except back stitching. So after I get the whole thing done, I'll do the back stitching. I need to finish this, need to finish Mr. Turtle, and then finish the border all the way around. There's a snail that goes here, and then that'll be done. You know, put his name in. So, I mean, I'm pretty close to a finish. I just need to buckle down and do it, right? I've just been busy with other stuff, work, and selling those sweaters. And then other projects are calling my name, doing the quilts and that kind of stuff. This one is a pattern that I believe was Witchy Stitcher on Etsy and Instagram. I believe it's theirs. I can't remember. Somebody on Instagram and in the group Bewitched Stitches on Facebook, somebody posted this pattern, and I love it. It's a Gothic crypt. Got a lot done. This was a new start. All of this progress was about 2 weeks worth, maybe a week. Not consistently working on it, but enough that I got enough of a start on it at least, you know. So there's that. Then I have to close these up. I need to do my nephew's stocking too, so he'll have that for Christmas, but I honestly don't, unless I hardcore work on it over the next couple of months, I don't foresee me getting that done by Christmas. So there's that. And I did just the smallest amount on this one. This is Night Flight by the Prairie Schooler. I did just the smallest amount. I mean, not a whole lot that I did on that. Need to just crank it out, right? Nothing on the 5 seasons, so I'm not going to even pull it out. Nothing on that one. What are these two? I think these are the last two. So this one is from my book, not my book, but the book that I purchased from Half Price Books. It's Heart and Home Cross Stitch, Jane Schofield. So there's that. Also, question for everybody before I show it. This is kind of how I'm storing my Victorian motto samplers threads. Anybody else have a better like storage process for those? Because I don't know. You know, they're just so cute and they pile up and all that. I love it. I love opening my stitchy box, my yarn box, floss box every month, but I need a place to kind of store everything, right? So this is this. It's almost done, so I just need to crank it out because, yeah, I mean, it'll be completed here shortly if I just crank out a finish. So there's that one. And then, last but not least, I know, like in the video that I tried to shoot last week, I talked about the Victorian motto sampler shops for July, and I showed the colors. Not happening today, because I've already mixed them all in. This one was a new start, I think. Maybe it was a continuation. It says, "We are the granddaughters of the witches you could not burn." And so there's that. Need to just get that one done, because that one won't take too much more. And that's using Special Orchid by Victorian Motto Sampler Shop, as well as DMC 414. So Special Orchid is the kind of wine colored floss, and then 414 is the gray. That's it. That's all I got. So I know it's a short video. I didn't know what else to do. The last video was like 40 something minutes, 47 minutes maybe. I don't know what to say, so we're like kind of starting over fresh, right? This was the bag that I had been using to work on the whips, so none of my other whips that you guys may be familiar with I've worked on, because they weren't in this bag. You know, I kind of try to rotate them unless I'm just really like set on these. So other than that, I will hopefully see you next week. So have a good one. Have a happy stitchy week. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing.